Still feeling good? You know, you got 5 games to go, right?
はい、どうも、皆さん、こんにちは、しゅたぽです。画質悪い
Nice. Well, the crowd's pumped. Hey guys, what do you think of
ま、
Epic Whale? Happy
画
to be
質
here.
悪いって、ま、
Great stuff. Good luck for the next one, yeah?
で、726、670fps まで出るようになってると思うんだけど、俺。とかしてるんだけど。サムネの画質は知らないけど。今日試験やのやばいじゃん。まあいいや、俺ちょっと今起きてお昼ご飯食うから。頑張れ。
And a lot of fun, particularly with that sort of festival atmosphere that you've got at the Australian Open as well. And you can kind of feel it like there's tension in here right now. And when we leave, there's going to be tension
ちなみに第1試合見てたけど、日本チームが確か2位か3位とかで残ってたんで、最後まで。
That team can do it. Dominic team going up against Djokovic. And of course, I'm a big fan of the underdog story. A lot of underdogs here competing today. A big shot to NRG Epic Whale, though, took home third place at the Fortnite World Cup. And I believe it was 11th place in the duos competition alongside Storm. So he is a very consistent player. You heard him say he's going to stay consistent in games 2 through 6. I think you'd expect that. I think we're going to see Epic Whale from NA West do some big things.
Well, I'm excited to get this one underway. Match number 2. Let's throw it down to our casters because we are going to kick this one off.
第1試合のマッチが終わって、今第2試合目のマッチ。ワンチャン日本人チームが、日本人チームというか日本人何人かが完全にビクル取れる状態までいってるから、ワンチャンあるっていう。お、始まったね。何人だっけ ?18 人くらいだったかな。
Top 10? Yeah, there's three of them. There's 3 of them. Yeah, I saw Trapped, Dylan, Trapped, Brezzo, and Ash is up there in top 10. So that's 3 OCE controller players of the 5 that are here. That is ridiculous. All in top 10, and Trapped being number 1 of those lists. So that's pretty ridiculous that goes in this game. And we're seeing Trapped there in the bottom right. As I was saying that, we have eyes on Symmetry in the top right. Thank you for the production team. We've already got eyes on 1 and 2. Great way to start off, and we can see how Symmetrical found himself in the victory with a lot of
12名だね。大丈夫、受かるって思ってやればいいんだよ。12人だね。12人いるっぽいわ。
Now we're going over to Retail Row. This is one of the most contested drops so far, and one of the ones I wanted to look at because unless I can't see it there, it should have Repulse God and Genji Fisher dropping there, 2 of the most mechanically ridiculous players here today.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to see if they engage in any kind of early skirmishes here. We're taking a look at Zexro. Already looks as though he's got a little bit of health missing, as is his opponent. We have some early engagements, and King throwing down some grenades. Isn't quite sure where Zexro is, expending those early resources to make sure that he's frightening his opponent. It's about getting inside their head, Ozzy.
Yeah, but now he knows he doesn't have. We'd like to hold on until he figured out where he was. Zexro now just taking the high ground. King is playing a little bit scared. No, as I say that, Zexro falls down the mountain, so I think maybe he's disengaging there. I can't see a player of Zexro's caliber not deliberately doing that. He's going to rotate down, go into this little military base, get some extra loot. He has a shotgun, so he can't see H-King's loadout, but H-King only rocking the double SMG. Zexro could have taken that fight. He's a very smart player, a lot of lane experience. I don't think he wants to bring it down to a 50-50, not knowing what he has. And Volks goes down in Sweaty, one of the greatest OCU players here, super aggressive, and it doesn't go for him this time, going down to aimbot. Who we saw at the end game last game, so Volks not leaving spawn in game 2. I believe unless he got elimination, he should still be on 4 points. He won't be happy with that.
Definitely unfortunate for Volks, but lucky for him, we do have 4 more games after this one. So he's got tons of time to regroup, really think about changing up his strategy and possibly doing well in a later game. Aimbot still here at Sweaty Sands. There is another player here as well. It is Alice, but it looks as though Aimbot's going to be heading east for greener pastures. Got his big shield, got his minis. He's saying, you know what? I'm going to go farm in other pastures right now.
We have Colt taking a fight here against, I'm not quite sure who the name is right now. I can't see it properly. We have Colt trying to take this fight out there, but I know Sweaty, there was 2 Asian players involved. He's going to the region. The edit comes out from Colt, getting some serious damage. Colt trying to find his way into this one. Has the green tack, and he had no range weapon though. Luckily he found himself in a close range engagement. All he had there was the shotgun and the harpoon, but it's all he needed.
Yeah, that harpoon is so strong with its ability to take the wooden walls. You can see Musel here, unfortunately, very, very low against Ghost. Trapped. He's going to be pushing up. Musel is going to be taken out. Unfortunately for him, Ghost Trapped gets the better of him, and that is an elimination for Trapped right away at the beginning of match 2.
Yeah, Trapped is extending his lead now up to 16.
ガチで勝ってんじゃん。何やっとんお前。
He's still going to definitely win the lead with that one, and now he's cleared out the people around.
バカ言ってんじゃねえよおめえ。ラフネ変えよ。
A fellow OCE player, Soz going down. One of our World Cup solo qualifiers struggling to get a foot into the tournament. Jinx finding his footing now with his first elimination in game 2, but he's not out of the hot water yet. I can see on that mini map he has someone pushing straight towards him on the bridge. Heard that fight and maybe wants to come in and third party it, but Jinx is pretty healthy after that fight. He could take another one, but he's probably going to hopefully avoid it if he can.
Yeah, and you can see him running down the river there, going to try to farm up as much as he can. We have Desire and Alec here now taking shots at his other. There's so many early game engagements. I'm not surprised with the OCE region being as aggressive as it is. So we have these players here definitely putting on a bit of a show for our crowd today. You can hear them in the background. They are absolutely loving this aggression early game.
Yeah, he has got a very good loadout here. Alec taking this fight, but definitely not a stupid fight to take with the loadout he has. He has the floppers, has the minis. Some of these solo games we touched on earlier might go into Storm Surge, getting some early damage, but I talk about loadouts. Desire doesn't have the health and shield.
Yeah,これっていい武器持ちすぎでしょ、キンバーストって。
He can actually one-shot Alec here, even on 100 health and 100 shield. So that advantage can go away very, very quickly. Desire trying to replace the walls if he can take the walls here. He takes this route, which he does, and the pump shot comes out, but he can't get the 200 shot. I was told Alec rotates around 75. So far, Desire is actually winning this fight. He's taken more damage off Alec, and he's brought them on even footing as Saf comes up to try and third party it. This is the problem to take fights like this in these areas. You can get third party very easily. Saf, a smart player. I don't think he wants to fully commit to the fight, but he's happy to stay away and see if 1 or 2 tags is enough to get him the elimination.
Yeah, Saf just kind of staying on low ground, seeing if he hears any more shots ring out. Is he going to? He is. Desire takes more shots onto Alec, and you can see Saf just making a very good rotation, getting behind that house. So we have a 3-way fight going on here. Saf trying to engage, possibly not. It looks like he's trying to disengage, but it's not working.
That's a smart play by Desire. Would like to see Desire take less shots now though as well. He's trying to scare them away obviously, but now that he's got saved a little bit there. If Saf didn't show up, I think Alec would have kept pushing until that fight ended with one of them going down. Now they get to walk away, but look at Desire's loadout and Alec as well. I said taking that fight wasn't too bad with the extra shield and health he has, but going into endgame, the more meds you have, the better. So we'll see. Maybe Desire can do something with a sniper rifle on Sorif though. Gets a body shot. He's got the burst rifle. He could follow up with that. Sorif has now got no shield as well. We haven't got sights on his inventory. It looks like he's standing still, so I'm guessing he's going to use some shield. He does. He's back up to 150, and Desire's still on the back foot now.
Muffinじゃん。
Here we are over at Frenzy.
マフィン強い人だよね、確か。
Muffin here coming out of the Asian
オリンピック、ワールドカップか、ワールドカップでも勝ったよね。
We've got a whole bunch of players. Zate is over there as well. We're back over to Desire near Salty Springs, which I just want to point out is right on the edge of the zone. The circle is closing in. There are going to be a lot of players from the west pushing into these players, so whatever they're trying to do in terms of engagements, they're going to have to commit, they're going to have to do it quickly.
Yeah, they have to end them fast, exactly. Perfect analysis there. And Salty Springs, when he took that fight, Alec went a little bit high, made it go for a little bit long, and then Saf rolled up. In these kind of zones with this many players alive, 76 players alive with first zone coming in now, yeah, you've got to end these fights quickly. We see Jesse taking down Forbes in the feed. And we have Geese and Dylan here fighting it over the military base. Now, you were talking there about some of the regions as well. We definitely have some storylines coming out to today. I think it's fair to say that NA came out on top at World Cup, having first, second, and third. EU came out in the team game modes. Who do you reckon is going to come out today? OCE has the numbers advantage, and first game it looks like they're up there, but I mean, some of these international players, we definitely brought the best of the best.
They definitely have the numbers advantage, and I have to be very honest with you. I was kind of rooting for the likes of Jordan and Cease, Epic Whale, and Song again. Very good performances at World Cup in July, but based on that first game, you know, I'm eating my words right now. Again, this is only game 2 of 6 for today, so if there's anything that I've learned over the last year and a half of casting these games, watching these guys play, is that anything can happen. We really cannot be making all of these predictions based on what we've seen in Cash Cups or in a competitive series. It's just not going to work here.
Yeah, no. Do you think that there's any one thing you go off? Maybe is there like maybe team game modes, World Cup? Is there one thing you think go off, or you just think it's really completely hard to tell with no evidence of Chapter 2 stacked games?
It's just so difficult, and again, not seeing a lot of these OCE players, they're wild cards.
Yeah, they are. They're all wild cards, honestly. And like I said, they're in the top 10 as well. 3 of them being being controller players who have zero LAN experience. None of those players that I mentioned have been to a LAN before. Traps, currently the leader, has no LAN experience. And a lot of players talk about which input has more advantage on LAN. I mean, if you got a controller, you plug it in, you sit down, you're comfortable, right? If you bring a keyboard and mouse, the desk might be smaller. If you're someone who plays on a low sensitivity, you need more room to move your mouse for some of these like more advanced maneuvers. I think controller has the advantage on LAN, and so far we're seeing that actually come out on top right now.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing that again with 3 of the top 10 players being on controller. That really hasn't been a thing too much in a lot of these LAN environments. So I think a lot of players are now realizing the advantage of being on controller at these LAN. Because like you said, it's not a matter of anything. You just plug and play.
Yeah, you plug and play, you sit down, exactly. You're comfortable as well. Seeing Latex rotate here on the right side. Really nice loadout, really good builds. I want to see where he's coming from. We have Posk trying to take a fight here. Looks like Sinks there. One of the OC favorites. I love these split angles as well, though. We can see the lobby right now more spread than what I would like. A lot of these players need to start making their way in, especially some of those people as far as Lazy Lake or Retail. There's not a lot of players in between them. Decide one. His way back in this game. If he can get in here and even just get those minis and get out, that is such a big pickup for him. No, that is he's going to get the minis. Doesn't go for the minis, though. He wants the fight before he uses the minis. No, Desire has been playing so aggressive since that Salty Springs fight, doing what he can to get back into it. If Alice gets off this big shield, though, he has such a health advantage. But honestly, Desire needs to take a fight. We talk about trying to play passive, getting towards those placement points, but there's no point playing passively if you're going into the end game with no loot. If you can try and get an impact frag now, get some mats, get some of those meds, it's a lot better of a time. Picked up the minis. He's back to the first time we've seen him with shield in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, so he must be feeling much more comfortable than he has been for the first half of this game, but he isn't out of the woods yet. You can see Alice there. He's 345 damage above the threshold, so he doesn't even actually have to worry right now about tagging any shots. He could disengage from this if he wanted to.
He wants to. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people, we talked about Storm Surge earlier. It's a bit of a. So it's one of the more confusing parts about Fortnite. If you're just tuning in from home, you don't watch too much competitive. If you have a certain amount of players alive going into a zone, there's different thresholds. Whoever has done the least amount of damage in the lobby will take 10 damage per second for 5 seconds or until they do more damage. So without going too much into it, it's basically so these lobbies that are incredibly full of players like right now, 70 players alive, it puts more pressure on them to do some damage and fight. You can't just get in. Wait, seeing Traps go down in the feed to Eshes. Eshes, one of those other controller players in the top 10, just took down Traps. OC on OCE. The leader right now is out of here. I don't think he's going to be able to hold on to his lead into the next game then.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, it is going to be difficult to come back. But here we have Posk.
Yeah, Posk, yep, we got Posk here, trying to take this fight on low ground. Sinks above him, one of the OCE pros. He's got no shield and no meds though, unfortunately. Only with the blue tap. Take a fight now. Can't get out of this without taking this fight. 28 health, he's taking 1 damage per second. Trying to find his way into Posk. Looking a little bit dazed and confused right now. Doesn't know where he is, and with 20 seconds to go until he's going to go down, he needs to find him fast.
Time is ticking, and so is his health. He's not going to be able to make it into the next zone. Like he isn't unfortunately going to get the first shot off on his opponent. Posk ends up taking out Sink. Looks easy for him right there.
Yeah, Sink went down there, unfortunately. Bit of misposition there. We see Desire on the feed. Gonna maybe hold someone fresh. One of the winner of yesterday. Crowd favors. You can hear them cheering right now on 13 health. Not in a good way that we can win this one. No Matt. No, he's got no materials at all. Going up against Squeaks, a fellow OC player. Beautiful free fire there. Got the shot in right.
顔出し1000に行ったのとベブカメ買ったらって言ったんだよね。結構真面目な方で。だってこの状態で顔出ししてもあれ利益ないからって言った記憶がある。
Posk and Desire, and again, Posk gets out of the frying pan into the fire. Desire has taken a fight with, I'm pretty sure, everyone we have watched so far this game.
Yeah, he's definitely asserting dominance here at the solo tournament today. It is, again, a more aggressive playstyle in this region than what we've seen in others, but he
Maji,ハリケーンのスキンってなんだよ。
is going to be gone very quickly.
Desire goes down. Got third party from Worthy. Worthy taking out, pushing forward. He's one of the wild cards coming into today. If you don't follow the OCE region, Worthy is normally a player who plays on about 60 to 70 ping. Very big disadvantage. He comes from Western Australia, the servers being on the other coast. And let's see if today, on the same settings as everyone else, can he dominate? He's definitely one that I want to look out for. And based on that loadout, if he doesn't go wrong here, he's going to close out this game. Two floppers, an epic rifle, and an SMG.
取らないのこいつ。
6 nades as well. See if they come into play here on the edge of zone. You talked earlier about needing to close this fight out. He has to close it out fast though. 25 seconds till that zone comes in, and we can't even see on the mini map how far away it is.
Yeah, if he's on the
CR も来んじゃん。
this circle, making the rotation and using those floppers sooner than what he needs to is going to be detrimental. He can actually disengaging, making the smart play, saying, you know what, this was taking way too long. I'm going to start rotating. You can stay there.
あ、シオスカーレット、スカーレットいいんじゃん。やば。うわ、いい位置取ってんね。まあそう、マーフィン3位か2位かっていうのでちょっと分かんなかった。ちゃんと見てなかったけど。最後ロケランでぶっ破されたんだよね。さあご飯食べ終わったからそろそろ実況タイム。ポスクさんあー左にいる人か。ポスクって入ってね。いや今アンチに完全に飲まれてるね。もうちょっとで。そう日本人は12人出てるから結構な人数出てて、結構最終盤まで残ってんだよね。第1マッチは結構これすごいよ。撃破ポイントもね結構ねもらってるから。さあアンチがにらめ合ってんね。さあどっちが先に出るのか。いやーこれは中入ったタイミングでもいやーもう早く移動しないとまずい。いやーこれ体力ないぞ一人。大丈夫か。いやこれ間に合わないぞ。これ死んだねあの人。うわーそうまで死んだ。さあポスクさん狙われてますね。そして俺はカルピスソーダをこぼすという非常事態発生。ソロの嫌なとこってやっぱ日本人チーム最後まで残ってほしいけど、やっぱりみんなが敵だからやっぱ日本人同士やり合ったりしちゃうんだよね。仕方ないことだけど。頑張れ。そう受験シーズンなのね。さあシアルリさん昨日はトリオですごい成績を残しましたね。ルイさんもさあストーンサージまた結構な量が拾うんじゃないか。俺めっちゃ頑張ってんだけどね。うまくなれないわ。CG はめっちゃうまいのになぜか。まあ多分ニューカマーだから。嘘つくな。1000人いったらすごいよ。配置変えろ。あーキーのやっぱキーボード変えた方がいい。俺もうマウスじゃないとできない体になってるけど今からでも間に合うかな。さあねいいね。さあキンバーストにキンバーストだわ今自問自答しちゃった。キンバーストかって。さあ CR ユセアさんやっぱこっちには勝てんだろ。6個あるよ6個。さあユセアさんもですね。ユセア宿主師団か。さあ画質が悪くなってくる。さあ画質頑張って上がってくれ。なぜか画質が上がんない。CR ベルさんやり合ってるっぽいね。
cap gets expended so quickly in these finals.
Yeah, definitely. That's why with no rotation in the solos, you only have 1500 mats. You've got to be really smart. You can choose to rotate late, or you can use other people's builds to push them in. But that means someone might get ahead of you. They're already in zone. They can come back and they're definitely going to hold you out of that zone. So we'll see.
さあまあ日本チーム3、4人、いやもっといるのかわかんないけど、さあいい戦い繰り広げている。さあ5ストーム目で残り何人 ?45 人。まだいる。で89人しか入れてないってマジ100人いるんじゃないのかな。
Trying to find his purchase on this game. One of the international favorites who didn't have a great first game. I believe he went to 0 points. See if he can come back those 6 rounds. Plenty of time to do it. Symmetrical last game hasn't picked up.
あるあるすぎて何とも言えねえ。さあここで何これマテリアルズプラクテッド。マテリアルプラクテッドなんだ。ポイント3万160ん3万1654。マテリアルなんとかだからあれかダメージ数かな。与えたダメージ与えてダメージさあここで CR の一人がいやスカーレットいるね。下に残ってる。さあ CR スカーレットまだ残ってる。体力もそこそこある。これはまだいい方向いいっすね。まだ残ってるのはいいぞ。さあアンチがどんどん移動していくからみんな移動してくね。日本1回だけトリオでビクル取ってるよ昨日。決めてった。かっこよかったよ。そうルリ君勝った。最後ロケランぶっぱし勝った。かっこよかったあれ。日本チームの意地だよねあれは。あんだけされても俺らはここまでできるっていう見せつけてやったよ完全に。いやー上から打たれてる。これ痛い。
Unbelievable. He did make that split second decision to go for high ground, but it did not pay off very well for him. Now we're down to 17 players. We have Zay here back on high ground. All of these players are going to be getting placement points at
うわーこれ当たってない恥ずかしい今の。当たんねえ。いやー上取っても強いな。あーどんどん減ってく。残り6人。日本人はいなさそう。いなさそうだね。日本全滅したね。おっと落下ダメージ強い。もっと内側入ってって。うわーやりに行ったのやり返された。あ待ってストームでやばくないあいつ。おい残り1人ストームだよ。やばいよ。うわーあったーいやーこれは最後ストーム厳しい今の。ストームだ。いやーアリーナあるあるだよねこれが。
Look at that smile. I know he's trying to hide it and act all coy. Gives a fist bump to his partner to his right.
あー見た。
Like you said,
ベンチすごかった。すごいいろんな意味ですごかった。やっぱダメか。俺5分間ずるくるわ。何言ってるか分かんないけど聞いといて。
He's a great one to focus on. He didn't even play that well during World Cup qualifiers. I think he made $200 total in World Cup qualifiers. Really? 6 months later now, and he's winning a game at the Australian Open against some of the best players in the world. It shows anyone can come up at any time in this game.
Well, it definitely shows that for sure. And I know that you guys at home and everyone here wants to hear from Looter. So we have Adrian standing by with an interview.
Luda, my man, congratulations. Hometown boy from Melbourne. How good is that in front of your home crowd?
I'm really happy, man. I'm playing really well, so let's see how we go.
You were here yesterday, of course. You won a game yesterday. Man, you're in form, right?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I just hope I can do my best, and that's all I can do.
Is there some expectation on pressure that you're putting on yourself to perform against, you know, the guys from North America, Europe, obviously so many Australians involved? Have you put expectation on yourself today?
No, man, I'm just happy to be here competing against these great players.
And what'd you do this morning to warm up? You know, no one really gives much away. Do you have any pre-game rituals or what's going on in the morning?
Just relax.
今優勝インタビューっ
You're
ぽ
a
いね。
relaxed guy. Do you feel, is your heart beating there, bro? You are chill.
A bit, but just in shock.
Yeah, I can feel it. Hey, what is the rivalry like, though? I think we've got 50 plus Australians here. We've got the North Americans. We've got the Europeans who are absolute guns. You want to take it to them, right? Surely.
I mean, yeah, but it's actually great to just be able to compete against these players. So I think we're all happy to be here.
4 games to go, yeah? What are you thinking for the next 4?
何
You
言っ
just
てるかわから
play
ん
it the
な。
same way or what?
Yeah, just play it the same way, see how we go.
Plenty of money on the line. Congratulations. Hometown boys. Luda gets it done. How good
もうスキン選んでる。横でスキン選んでる。
Wow, wow, Luda, the Melbourne boy here.
鳥ちゃん何種類あんだよ
NCA
アカウン
picking up
ト。
another victory royale. He found one yesterday, Pookie. Finds one today. Today's the catch for him as well. It's not going to a charity, so a lot of pressure, but he seems pretty calm. A lot calmer than I would be if I just got a victory royale up against some of these players.
I mean, not only does he seem calm, but you know, Ozzy and I were just talking about it. This is his first win. He didn't really place that well in the World Cup qualifiers. So for him to pull out a victory yesterday and today, he's going to be one to watch for the rest of these games.
いやー、ここ
Yeah,
す
we
ごい
talked
ね。
about momentum a little bit earlier, and we talked about how many games will it take you to sort of feel comfortable in this environment. We know that he hasn't really played in this LAN environment or a live environment up against people who he's sitting against, you know, on a PC that's not his. And today, he seems to know what's going on, very calm, and it puts him in a great position with 4 matches to go. Oh, squeaks. That's a little bit BM.
You know what? The crowd did boo him when he emoted on him, but I gotta say, it could have been worse. He could have done the take the L dance, which would have been a little bit more insulting. Looking over at the replays here, just outside.
うわ、ルリさん一気に削られてたね、今。
These were final moments for a lot of these players. We were at about
ユスヤさん、
50
うわ
going into these final zones.
ユスヤさん死ぬシーンが。
Definitely very congested. Any real estate, unfortunately, Benji Fishy ended up going down.
いや
Nyrox playing
ー、い
very
やー、もう
well
すごいよね、
for
最後に
himself
残るの。
today as well, but experience, he's got
なんかめっちゃ画質悪いんだけど。
the play, the mechanic
安
ability.
定しないの
So
かな
he's gonna do well. Here's you know, just eliminating everybody going on an outright tear, looking for Slay in those final moments. Slay unfortunately didn't have any heals, and it was an easy W for Ludo there.
Yeah, it really was. It felt like the last couple sort of fell into his lap, obviously going up against Slayer, who's in the storm. That's probably battle if you're nice and safe and your opponent's out there taking damage. That's where you want to be and makes the most of it. Gets the
選
points
手の
on
前
the
にモニ
board.
ターがあ
Now,
ってさ、
I'm
選
wondering
手ご
where
と
we're
の
gonna sit
さ、
after 2 matches of play. Still 4 remaining, but this is where we start.
名前書いてしな呼びやすい名前じゃね、人と同じぐらいの名前。
Ramp up here for sure. Game 2 out of 6. We still have 4 more to go for today. So
誰的
anything
な
can
感
happen. I
じ。
know we keep saying that, and I know that I sound like a bit of a broken record, but honestly, you know, based on like the World Cup qualifiers, the Cash Cups, Fortnite competitive series, anything can go right or go wrong for these players, you know? It just takes one
そういえば、あつ森
game
買おっか
for them
な
to。start picking up
あつ
momentum
森の
for them
さ
to、be
コン
able
トローラー
to-
とドッグ
to
欲しいんだよ
carry
ね
that。into
本体
the-
も欲しい
into
け
the
ど。
next game. So, you know, we got a lot of talent here in the building
We
today.
do.
I can't wait to see how these final games shake up.
A lot of talent and a lot of time still remaining, a lot of opportunity for them to start getting points
うん
on
三
the
ツ矢
board.
の
Talking about
毎
the
日
scoreboard,
三
let's
ツ矢
go
サイ
and
ダーの
take a
会
look
社ス
at
ポン
where
サ
we sit after
ー。e スポーツ出
match
る
number
三ツ矢
2
サイダー
on
のスポンサーになって。
Nyrox up there, 12 place points, 10 elimination points,
さあ出てきました
22 in total. Looter manages to knock himself back up there into
日
second
本
place.
人は
Not bad at all.
シアールベルさんが
Winner of
13
match
位。
number 1, currently sitting in third.
Yeah, and
1
this
位
is
から
definitely
は
not surprising seeing Nyrox on the top spot. The only question is he going to be able to hold on to
誰かいる誰かいる俺わかんねえわ。
placement. We've got Trapped, who's been playing very aggressively, but very well. He's got 16 total points right now. Then we have
それはわかんなくない。ちゃんとやりそうなのわかる。
Kaiser, Ash, Bola, Epic Whale coming up the ranks as well.
そうですね、実況ですね。
He plays third place.
アリさんのクリア。アリスさんもいいの。
We're starting to see a lot of players that
アリ
perhaps
スさんって誰
performed
誰
well in the first
誰
game, kind of adjusting, settling in, and now bringing it in this next game.
We head across
誰が出るのかわかんない
to
んだよ。
Forbes worthy geese. We take a look there. Elevates down to 27. Benji Fishy did pretty well yesterday. Obviously, one of those big pros we had high expectations for. Currently on 6 points, only 1 elimination point so far. Probably not the start. He was looking for either Jordan, one of the two X2 twins in there. Wonder where Jesse's sitting. We might have to wait for a little bit more. Any standouts as we go through to 60th place here?
Jesse was actually not too far from Jordan.
Oh,
he was on that last leaderboard. So it's going to be a little bit of rivalry between those two. They are brothers. They're going to have a sibling rivalry coming out onto the next screen here. We have Mr. Fresh Asian coming up in 61st place. Unfortunately, he is playing very aggressively today, so he may have to adapt. Cease has moved up the leaderboard quite a bit. And then finally on the last page here, we've got a bunch of
いや、シアルバニアさんやばいね。
unfortunately on
けどまだ上がろうと思えば上がれ、そこで。何その水の形、ボトル。待って、今のあの水の形何？何あれ、めっちゃ気になるんだけど。何あの水の形。
Mitch Robinson as well. Look, obviously an AFL player here in Australia, a sports pro. He's been putting a lot of time into streaming and playing Fortnite. So it'd be really cool to see some of those Aussie content creators get up there, get some points on the board as well. Already getting a little bit of cash, but get up there. You know, one good game is all it can take.
Yeah, and that's true. We've seen it so many times. We've seen that major upset in Game 5 or Game 6. So it definitely isn't unheard of. Now, for you...
ねえ、やってない。昨日さ、友達とさ、CG やろうって言われて CG やってさ、で、フォートナイトいいっつったらダメっつって。
Oh yeah, well today's I feel like a lot more fights, right? Obviously when you're playing in trios, you're able to revive your teammates, everyone's
じゃあ俺抜けるわっつったらもう絶好ねって言われたからやってあげた。まあ今日もあるからいいかなと思って。
A lot of eliminations coming through. I think now we're ready to take a look at our elimination.
実際のとこ50位以内に入れるかっていうところあるからね、50%に。さあ、アリサ3位。おお、めっちゃいいやん。エリミネートポイント8キルだね。ダメージディエルとダメージテイク。コンタポーでしょ。なんとなくわかるわ。マテリアルポイント、プラスセット。マテリアルプラスセットってなんだろう。全体の合計ではなさそうだね。ダメージ2。730ダメージ与えてる。730ダメージ与えて、多分建築とかウンタラカンタなんだろうね、そこら辺。まあ8キルしてって相当だよね。Kind of just seeing how high I can get on the leaderboard in terms of that, and then adjusting my playstyle accordingly to see if I am behind, if I'm able to get those additional eliminations. But because placement points are so heavily weighted in these types of tournaments, what's going to end up happening is if every elimination that you get, that was a risk you took.
Yeah.
You took a risk on engaging. You took a risk in fighting when you could be third-partied. So, you know, it's difficult, right, for a lot of these guys. And that's why, you know, we talked a little bit about it yesterday. Battle Royales inherently, you know, they're not just about mechanical skill. You know, you have to have the mental game as well, the decision-making. You have to, and I hate to sound cliche, you have to have 200 IQ. And a lot of these guys, they really do. They're on the next level because you never stop thinking. You never stop worrying. You're like, do I have enough mats? What's my inventory looking like? Where am I in terms of the zone?
やば。何この機械。
Can I hear things going on around me? It's just thinking about things.
やめろその顔、やばいわ。ね、10万8000円でさ、すごいさ、機械出るらしいよ。キャプチャーデバイスとかいらずでそのまま直で映像配信始めるんだって。で、いろんな配信サイトで一気に最大3ストリーム同時配信できるんだってよ。それは違う、ポタージュになっちゃう。これちょっと気になるかもしれない。マジ？俺の推し分かったとか。なわけねえとなんで無名ちゃんなんだよ。
Yeah, and I mean, like for somebody like myself who's been playing for over 2 years at this point,
うちのチャンネル推しとかいないから。
against any of these guys, you know, I've got a ton of hours put into the game, and they're just on the next level. I can't even stress it enough. The people that are here today, international and the home turf players, they definitely deserve to be here. They earned their spot.
鳥ちゃんは前まで推しだったけど、鳥ちゃん面白いことすんなと思ってけど、一時的な騒動でも鳥ちゃんは終わったよね。あ、子供、あ、キッズやキッズ、みんな見て、キッズ動いた。
Little rascals around me. I don't know. I'm risking it up here.
見てる？お母さん見てる？うちら出てる絶対そう。さ、海外キッズっていいよね。日本キッズに比べてまだマシじゃない？結構。フレッシュアイラ。ね、下なんか、そのさ、人がダメにするソファーみたいなの置いて、ね、寝ながら見てる人誰？あれすげえ。海外らしいな。いいな、自由で。何今の？踊ってる。もう、ね、みんなそれじゃん。日本の人たちってこうやって盛り上がんないからさ、海外って案外こういう点ではいいよね。ラフな感じで。こう分かんなくないよね。なんか日本ってきっちりしすぎてるせいでさ、盛り上がれないんだよね、思って簡単に。あと臆病っていうかさ、内目な人が多いから。サマースマッシュ。シャイガイ。いや、発狂しないよ。ウェーっていうのが、みたいな感じ。日本はそんな感じ。ラマだー。かっこいいな。うわー、かっこいい、なんか今の。いや、こういうさ、なんかさ、あんのいいよね。すげえでっか。これモニターだよね。お、始まりましたね。さあ、どんどん降りていく。さあ、ラマ左側に固まって、スラーピーラマ固まってる。これ偏ってんね、左側。さあ、スラーピー行く人いるのかな？行く人いなかったらもうラマ泣いちゃうよ。お、うわ、待って、上側ラマ争奪戦始まりそう。なんかあ、見てるね。完全にラマ見てるね。あれミスティのラマ見せられてるのもしかして。悲しいパターンじゃね？案外見落としがちだよね、こういう系って。ラマ行ってんね。また奥行ってんね、めちゃくちゃ。奥あって、スラッピーの奥もあるか。全体的に、おっと、もう一発目から始 始まってる試合が。真ん中らへんちょっと打ってたね。いや、結構見つかってなさそうだね。さあ、思って、おっと CRB さんもう打たれている。まずい。うわー、入らなさずにショットがもう揃ってるよこいつ。名前返して日本人に見えて日本人じゃないねこいつさ。さあ一旦引いてくれた。これいいね、よかった。初手から殺されるとこだったよ。さあ CR またクジャクさん、歌われてる。あーやばい、まずいぞこれは。武器揃ってるのか。さあ上取りに行くが20当たる。やばい、ショットガン防ぐが、うわーこれは厳しい。うわー揃ってるけどだな。けどってやつだ。体力がもうまずい。うわー入れたけどやられてしまった。これはもう悔しい。あ、妹でおったし。いやーあれはしょうがないよね。もう体力もうちょいやったらワッチャン勝ってたね。一発じゃなければ。めっちゃ張ってんじゃん。キー邪魔やなこのキー邪魔やな。いやめっちゃ床張ってんじゃん。おお防いでった。おっと下降りてくる。さあ上取り返して一応もうバレてる。さあこれ下降りたことは京都出たか。ミニポ1本あるからまだまだまだって感じね。シールドマックスだから強いねその点。ショットガンの威力は違うけど。いやーこれはやばい。えおっとここで誰がもう一人ベッチ 100%。 やばいね、シールド100はやばいぞ。乱戦だ。さあ紫タクション持ってコルトか勝つのか。さあ青タクに勝つのか。いいね、立ってんね。建築ボタン始まってんね。さあ一発入ってく。さあほとんどない体力。少し上だ。そしてコルトはさあ張り替えができない。いや張り替えしたいねここは。いや張り替え。さあ横から打ってくる。おお一発入ってった。うわーキラ入れられた。やばい、どっちも一発だぞヘッショ入ったら。さあ医療キットを使わせてくれない。さあここで建築を破壊していって、おっと上で医療キット使ってるが破壊された。さあ下に落として落下弾に食らう。じゃあこのまま撃ち落とした。いったー倒した。コルト強い。紫タクションのおかげだ今のは。いやコルト強いわ。何やあいつなんかすごい。おっとこっちロケラ持ってるが別から撃たれる。さあミニコを飲んでリロードして、全部リロード確認してロケラにリロードして、さあ下に入ってるぞ。さあまた別から撃たれてくる。やばいね、ヘイト稼いでるね。さあ後ろ側に敵がいないから後ろに下がりたいところ。FPX って何なの。だってハテナマークウルフ。いやこのウルフ勝ちそうだけどな雰囲気的に。ロケラン、さあラストロケラン一発撃った。もうロケラン弾はない。さあベスからまたロケランが撃たれてくる。 乱戦状態だこれ。ウェスティさあ倒していった。ウェスティ倒していく。さあこのまま連続でキルを取っていくのか。さあ後ろに回って、おっと一発入ってきた。そうなの。おっと画面クルク変わりすぎ。このウルフっていう人か。さあジョイゼ以上見せていくのか。さあ体力はもう半分しかない。さあ横から歌ってく。痛い。どっちも体力が少ないぞ。さあここでウェスティ50シールド回復。さあ医療キットを巻いているのか。さあこの間に資材を回収して、さああと1回しか建築はできない。さあウルフもうこれはきついぞ。さあ横から漁夫が入っていく。さあロケランウェスティロケランを弾をリロード。さあ横からじりじりと近づいてくる緑砂。さあここでショットガンエリミネーション。ショットガンエリミネーション。ショットガンエリミネーションってどういうこと。ショットガン何キルしたってことか。SMG でキルしました。ああもう死んでる人は黒くなってんだ。へえ面白い。これもう出てくんだね、何キルしたって。さあスナを構えてる。結局逃げんのお前結局お前逃げんの。ライフルエミネーション。あなるほどね、別々ってこういうことだったのか。デシレデシレデシレってすげえ。さあ下に敵いるけど大丈夫。お砂当たんない。おお当たってった。やば今の当たった。さあ一発浅い。おおえぐえぐ何今の当たんの。さあ右下にいるが橋の上にいる。上じゃないか中にいる。さあ反対側やり合ってる。マフィンいるね。さあボルクポスクだこれ。あーリスもいるね。さあウィル。さあそのパターンない。さあその間に真下に橋の建築を破壊していってる。いやーこれどのタイミング来るかねこの人は。いやー防がれてくねスナイパーどんどん。さすがに弾あと14発どんどん張り替えられてるの見てるわ。さあこっちはさあミラーアサルトでご用意している。いやうますぎ。おっと一発ショットガン食らった。さあここ落ち着いて上に上がっていきたいところだが、さあショットガンカット。さあここで建築をかわされた。さあもう一回ショットガン防ぐ。さあこれも近づいてくるが、ここでショットガンやられちゃった。ポンプが強い。煽っていく。そしてシアルリさんは横目に川をどんどん下っていく。さあ敵から反対側へ行くと。ホスカーリス・リズル・エル・ユセーラ、バニラ・スカーレット・クジャン。なるほど。初見あんじゃん。
last year's Australian Open due to the 16 and older age requirement. Now Epic has actually lowered that limit, which is amazing. You have people like King who placed 5th place, had life-changing money, and many people saw that video that went viral of him crying and hugging his dad after an emotional 5th place finish
さあ CR ユーセアいますね。バニラどこにいる？やべえ、目が追いつかねえ。こういう大会なかなか見ないからさ俺。さあ打ち合ってんね。アリスいるね。ソルティアリスさんいんね。ユーセアさんと近い、ちょっとだけ。おいルリ君忘れんな。ルリ君一番頑張ったんだぞ昨日試合。さあここでサルトでご利用したが無理だった。紫のポンプ強い。ソズマ。さあ上にいるのはマディエッスンだって。マディエッスン誰だよいやこれはマディエッスンきついね。体力やっぱ多いね。下にいること気づいてないのかな。気づいてるんですかね。おっとその近くにチナラセいやわかんねえわ英語。バニラさんいね。バニラさん確認してる。近くにリンクがいる感じかな。さあ前出てった。さあやりに行くのか。リンクの後ろ取っている。なぜそこで見せてくれないなぜそこでいいタイミングで見せてくれない。これが大会のやり方か。さあ、まだだけピスを取ってった。いや、見せてくれよいや、見せてくれよ、あそこのシーン。さあ、セーフティーエリアをもう作ってますね。さあ打っていった。ゲーラン打つが当たらない。さあユセラさんが奥に見えるか。おっとバニラとおっとバニラさんやばい。体力が少ないぞ。さあ火薬をハープガン取っていって、ハープガンフィッシャーポッシャーハープガンやっぱみんな持ってるね。CR ベルさんもいるね。ちょっとずつ前に出てね。ウエスティここでも3人の読み合いが始まっている。いや上にいる。まあ1キルしかしてないっていう1ポイントしかもらってねえやんこの子。いやまだこの読み合いすごいな。
I don't focus too much on the NZ versus AU because it gets a little bit touchy when you do it here as well. So I just do OC as a region. It's already such a small, underrepresented region. I don't want to.
ウィーピングが出てたが後ろから追っかけてるのか。ショートを聞いてる。
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at Muselk though. We talked about need to defend Muselk a little bit. I think he's been copying it from our host Ben today. The Muselk puts himself in a beautiful position on the high ground.
花君下にいるのを確認。紫タクションを持っている。バニラさんいいかな。さっきのシーンどうなったかわかんないけど。サルト構えてる。フィッシュ2つと金タクション。もうポーションが欲しいところ。さあ上を一番上を取ってるのがムセルクさん。この上が強い。スナイパーで狙うがあと一発しかない球が固まってんね結構。シャリウセラさん後ろから追ってられるかな。
builds though. He's showing some competitive intelligence here for sure. Using these old builds to rotate, he has no way of getting his
やっぱちょっとラグいよね、その観戦モード。同期バグある気がする。シャルルリさんいるね、ちゃんと。やっぱ日本人残ってる。まああと63人。まだ半分切ってない。多分ストームサージ来るんじゃないかな、そろそろ。さあ、目の前敵が来てる。ね、なんでだからそこで変えるね。いいとこやんけ。さあ、一人死んだ。さあ、横からアリスさん入っていった。おっとこれは漁夫るのか。入ってたぞ、アリスさんは。さあ、これストームハージ。後ろ横から撃っていく。さあ、挟まれた。ジェセみたいな。おっと、これスナイパーやられた。さあ、1対1のタイマー始まったぞ。さあ、アリスさん。いやー、これはシールドが入ってない。シールドの差で勝ってない。負けてしまうのか。さあ、これは厳しい。挟まれてる。どっちも挟まれてるっていうの厳しいね。だからなんでいい試合どこか横から撃ったやつかこいつ。アベージ7×4。さあアリさんやってるね。読み合ってる。上にいるね多分アリさん。さあいい試合ってことだ。おっとここでロケが入ってった。さあ横に入っていった。おっと後ろが出た。だが当たらない。これうわーこれは厳しいか。22しか体力がないぞ。さあ落ち着いて回復したいところだが、さあ回復させてくれんのか。さあピストル撃ちまくって。さあそっちには敵がいない。さあ落ち着いて回復ができた。さあもう一回戦える。さあここでストームサージ。いや痛い。ストームサージが痛い。さあとりあえず鉄目屋根で敵の位置を確認。うわーストームサージ結構死んでんねみんな。
You mentioned how aggressive the Australian region is, but the X2 twins are kind of the exception to that rule. They typically like to play passive and play for late game. That's why we saw Jesse below the threshold.
さあ、木を買って、そのまままっすぐ行くが、大丈夫か。さあ、正面右側、敵がどちらにともいる。あ、いるマジ。スカーレットさんもいないこれ今。さあ、もうアサルトでいろんな報告が打たれて痛い。さあもうストームは5段階目。もう30秒でもう動いて終わってしまう。さあもう動いている。さあ48人が小さな円の中に入っていく。残り30秒。さあバブ君今多分見られたっぽいね。さあシアルスカーレットも内側に。うわーハイグラやってんね。あげてる。いやーこいつ強いな。魚2個にポーションが。アリさんも残ってる。何に盛り上がってるか分からない俺は。ボブ君の下側にフォーベスっていう人がいるのに鉄で作ってる。サリさんもやめで確認しつつシアルリさんが近づいていく。さあここで日本チームとしての同士打ちはやめてほしいところだが、さあスナイパー当てていった。
He is showing up in a big way here in game number 3. We'll see if he can continue to roll as he's not just letting him rip.
おースナイパー来てかけど2発外した。
See how they go. We see this bottom left side. See zone starts pulling towards Nyrox. He's used his competitive experience to go front side of zone. Sniper taking down Sosman as well.
またストームサージ来んね。いやー人多いね。6ストーム6段階目で40人結構多め。さあストームの動きが速い。どんどん進んでいく。
Meanwhile, Jesse really tagged up in a tough spot. The action is going to break down here, and look how far that rotation is to the circle from some of these players.
Jesse's got to try and get some damage in here. He needs to get forward. Airwax, I believe, is a player that's holding him.
マーフィンやられた今ので。 さあボブやられて、アリスがボブを倒してしまった。これは悲しいが、さあシラルリさんがアンチに飲まれている。そしてアリスさんがまさかのルリさんと戦ってしまうのか。さあアンチ死んでしまう。一人アンチ死んでしまった。さあルリさんがアリスさんを倒した。さあここでまた同士打ち。そして CR スカーレットさんがそのまま他の敵倒していく。さあ残り7人。おっとここでルリさんが前に出るがアンチが遠い。厳しいか。ロケランやろうじゃねえか。上からぶっ破する。シャルリさんまずいんじゃないか。これは大丈夫か。さあ残り4人。あと1人誰だ。シャルリさん。さあ最後ルリさんと1対1。さあどうなる。さあアンチその入ってって。さあ床を破壊されて落とされてしまう。だがそのまま耐える。どんどん耐えていく。さあラスト1対1。さあ青アサルトと紫ポンプしかない。さあ相手は青アサルトあと30発。そしてここで白剥がされちゃった。痛い。魚あと4匹。さあポーションがいっぱいある。ここで押さえていく。一発ショットが当ててった。うまい。さあほとんど体力が互角の勝負。さあシールドを飲めない。さあ一発もう一発であと21。さああと一発ショットが。さあここで勝っていった。ルリさんが勝っていった。ビッグレ取りましたやば。ルリさん強い。やば。熱っ。何今の。めっちゃ緊張してやん今の。さあここでも日本人が強いと見せつけていった昨日のトリオから引き続き2回目のビクロイ。いやうますぎ。最高だろ。ニッキルだ。リザートゼロリザートが隣でずっと見てるいやこれはもう嬉しすぎでしょ。いや見せていったねこれ。いやマジ最後アンチあそこまずいんじゃないかっていう雰囲気だったけど勝ってったね。いやーかっけえ。いやジャパニーズプレイヤー。ジャパニーズウィン。ジャパンウィン。いやーかっけえ。
today, and some of the internationals can't keep up with it. Yeah, that's such an interesting thing. Is we all these American players are very used to playing against one another. We'll see them playing each other's cash cups often, or play in a global competition. They don't play against the Australians that often because it's such a faraway region. So one key storyline as well was a variety of playstyles. Maybe some of these Australian players can catch them off guard with their aggression. We've seen that aggression come through in a big way. But
結構キルとかしてる人いるよ普通に。えぐいね。
We actually have an interview, Adrian with Rory on the side station. Adrian, tell us
how. 翻訳の人いる。つい役人だ。顔がもう。
First time here in Australia. Having a good time. Super exciting towards the end of that match. Very intense. What was he feeling?
マッチ参加いけるか。
So he's obviously performing against some of the best from around the world and here in Australia. He's representing Japan. What's he thinking about that? He must have some expectation on himself.
とても嬉しくてすごい
compete with all the world #1 people, but he's really excited.
かっけー。
Excited, guys. Our winner for Game 3, Rory, well done. Back to you, Ben.
Thanks, Adrian. Yeah, it's a very big Sugoi for me as well. An amazing game coming out from Rory.
リザ横でリザート映ってんのちょっと面白いんだけど横でリザート映ってんのめっちゃウケるんだけど超面白いな。横に映ってんのちょっと面白いんだよな。
I don't think we could have asked for better winners so far. You know, we've been talking about this all day today, all day yesterday. This is an international tournament, and these guys are proving us right. You love to see it now. That final engagement, I know that Ozzy talked about it just a little bit, but the final engagement between Worthy and Rory, you know, that went on for a very long time. You typically don't see a final 1v1 stretch on for very long. So I was on the edge of my seat. I know that everybody in the crowd was on the edge of their seat as well. And that is just the first half of the day. We are going to take a little bit of a break, let these players regroup, refresh themselves, maybe rethink their strategy a bit. And while we do that, we are going to look at some of the replays coming out of that last game. You can see Westy here just absolutely obliterating his opponent's Magma, not getting enough out, unfortunately falling down pretty early. Westy there again, just playing aggressively, symmetrical. We've seen how much damage he's been doing all day, and he is able to continue that into game 3. These guys are playing so consistently, which to be in a LAN setting and to be a little bit nervous is a huge testament to their professionalism as players.
Absolutely, yeah. It's incredible to see, particularly for some of those players who haven't had that opportunity. And there's the 1v1 that you were talking about. I was watching you watch the game, and you were laser focused in that 1v1 just because it was incredible, and they were going at it. Very excited was Rory there, and very proud, I'm sure, as well.
Yeah, I mean, Adrian came up to talk to me and asked me something, and I was just like glued to the screen in front of us, mouth gaping, because I actually was just trying to pay attention to every single thing that was going on. It was such an intense battle, but Rory coming out on top. Literally, he had the high ground.
High ground, yeah.
Yeah, there we go, another pun. How many is that?
最後上取ってって壊されつつも上を死守したのが強かったね。
I can't keep up with it. Fortunately, when it comes to tallying the scores, we've got professionals doing that one. So let's go and take a look at our scoreboard and where we sit after match number 3. Nyrox up on top, 11 Olymp points, 15 placement points, 26 overall. So we take a look.
ルリさん9位。ビッグロイ取ったけどやっぱダメなんだ。
What I'd like just to mention is the top 4 there. Very tight spread, only 4 points there between.
やっぱあれか、エリミネートのポイントが足りないんだな。キル数が。
But again, we've got Looter there. He's been putting on an absolute clinic today. Worthy again playing very aggressively. Alice getting into a bunch of engagements as well. So these things in the second half of today can certainly be
ポイントなんていうの？
shaken up. We see
キルよりもやっぱビッグ取ることの方が嬉しいよね。どう考えても大会は。
Who's also a fan favorite, also coming up. We've got Epic Whale also playing placing top 20.
普通に強豪を倒してるからね。
For a lot of these guys, they're coming into their own. Taking a look here
at
the net, I'm surprised about anything we're seeing here.
As I work my way through, like Cecil coming through, had high expectations for Cecil in this competition. Sitting sort of in the middle right now, so still with 3 matches remaining, plenty of time to get back into the swing of things. If you're talking about where you want to be and where you don't want to be, yeah, sure, you want to be at the top of the leaderboard, but you can also be playing the long game. It's about coming out on top at the end. So sitting there on like 9 points isn't that bad, and it's certainly a position that you could win for if you go pretty well. Heading through the rest of them for me, Benji Fishy only on 6 points total as well. Jesse, our champion from last year, sitting in 54th right now, probably not the position that he was looking for. My man Newself as well. I'm feeling it for him. He got 2 points. Nice work. That's what we want to see. A couple of
バニアさん何十人？バニアさん後ろからやりに行こうとして失敗したのかな？90位とかさ、なんかかわいそう。なんかさ、このさ、ランクのやつさ、ちょっとかわいそうじゃない？みんなゼロの時場合さ、
all the way from South America. So hopefully he'll be
な
able
んか
to
同
move
一
up
一緒しよね
in the second
順位
half
付けするよ
of today. But you know what?
シェアで
We
ユ
talk
セヤさん
about
いいん
the
じゃん
points, we talk about the elimination points and all of that.
エリミネーションポイント取りにくいけどさけど無理厳しいから結局あれだもんね順位上げるためにキルしないといけないからね最初アンチみんな残っちゃうから結構厳しいよねこれ
A battle royale type game, particularly Fortnite, where you're looking at who's on top and who's not doing as well. There's 90 people playing, and they're the world's best. This isn't a 1v1 where you're
考
going
えたら
up against
さ、モ
someone
ニ
else
タ
and
ーと
either
か
you
さ、
win or you
パソ
lose.
コンとかさ、
Either you
あと
come
ゲーミング
first
チェ
or
ア
you're
か
one
と
of
か
the
全部
89
さ
who didn't come first
そ
in
の
that game. It is very tough.
主
And
催
that's
の
what
方で
makes
さ
it so
管理しないといけない
exciting.
結構大
We
変だ
put
よ
a
ね
little bit of pressure on these players sometimes, and I think they put pressure on themselves. But you have to remember, you're playing against 89 other people at the same time.
かっこよすぎた3試合やったからもうおしまいか毎回3回でおしまいなの
like I said, just being here is an achievement in and of itself. All of these guys should
さあラス
be
トかな
proud.
エミ
Now
ー
we're
ション
taking
か
a look at the elimination leaders so far for the first half of the day.
バリ
No
さん強い
surprise,
11 キ
Worthy
ル
is on top with 13, trapped right below him again, very aggressive with 12. We've got Nyrox and Alice heading up with 11.
そう
And
なん
then
か
it just kind of
そ
goes
うなんか
down
じゃあ
from there.
OSMZ
But
から俺さ
again, we've got a ton of controller
OZ にしようかなっ
players
て
here,
オズ
and they
オ
are
ズにしよう
showing
かな
up
オズ
as
クラ
well.
温
I was
泉まん
talking
じゅう
to Ozzy a little bit about it, and he was saying, you know, a lot of these guys argue that are playing on controller that it's actually easier. It's easier to adapt at different land
ほ
settings
え
because you're not having to fidget with like the height of the desk and your keyboard and all of that.
That's
So
an
it's a huge
amazing point,
advantage.
actually. That's an amazing point because, yeah, when you're playing with a keyboard and mouse, I know some players go to the length of measuring how far the keyboard and mouse is on the desk at home, and they bring it in.
これかっこいいわ
You want to get that feeling. A lot of it, obviously, you want to get it right.
誕
A
生
lot
日
of
を
it
出
is
していけるよ予
psychological
想
as
して
well, I think, knowing if you have the knowledge that the setup's almost identical to home, you don't have to worry about it. But if you've got a controller, your controller's not sitting on your desk yet to chill. You can sort of lean back, sit forward, do what you want, play in a very similar style. And that's something I've never really considered. So Fortnite's one of the very first games as well where we get to see people playing on a controller like from your PlayStation or your Xbox perhaps up against players who would normally compete on PC with a mouse and keyboard, and it might seem like a silly conversation, but it actually plays a massive role.
Yeah, it's huge. And
はい
you know,
残
we've
念
touched on this so many times.
はい
It's
残
people
念
in these environments, especially for a lot of
残
these
念
OCE
あ
region
惜しいね
players. It's their first land, so anything they can do
トイちゃん惜し
to
いわ
make themselves a little bit more comfortable, make them feel like more at home than they already are, being on home turf and having that advantage. You know, pretty soon I'm gonna get them starting to ask me to bring them a coffee or something, I'm sure.
Yeah, having a pretty good time so far. I'm certainly enjoying myself here at the Australian Open. Boys downstairs, how are you going down on the cast? There's Aussie antics, mate. You've been having the time of your life.
Oh, seriously, I mean, the hype is hard to contain for me. If anyone knows what I do, this is like the grand final. This is the day of days. I'm so excited. We're talking about all my favorite players internationally and a chance for OC redemption, which it looks like they're showing up in a big way. We can see that it might be happening today.
And I'll say it's a dream come true to be casting Fortnite in general, but when you have Fortnite plus how amazing the storylines here today, it's literally like a mini World Cup in a lot of ways. Of course, not at that scale, but we have players from all around the world. It's a global affair, again, much like the Australian Open. We keep talking about it. But right now we're looking at the standings. You have 13 Australia, New Zealand players in the top 20. So Australia, you're showing up here today.
Yeah, I mean, it's doing very well. I mean, I don't know about you. Did you expect this to come into it? I said today, I think some of the
渋谷
were going to come out.
渋谷のあれだ
Truly sure. And I mean, some of the undercards that I
12
picked,
月4日
the
ちょっと
OC
違
ones who are
う
not showing up though. So
価
I
格
don't know, everyone's
.com
hyped
の
up my
ジージ
expertise,
渋谷の
but
部
he's
分であ
got
れ
it
か
wrong today, but I'm still
キャプテン
happy.
と
It's
か
been amazing.
Yeah, it's
あ
been
と誰だっ
awesome to
け
see. Of
キャ
course,
プテンともう一人誰かいて
Pookie's
るね
probably hoping her Canadians can hold it down. We got
あと
Elevate
ピンクマと
and
青
we
クマ
also
たち
have
が
Replays
確か
from
パブリックビューイング
here
やってん
holding
だ
it
よ
down
ね
for Canada and a variety
いや
of
盛り上がっただろうなパブリックビューイング絶対
Again, they brought it up on the stage, but
最後見せつけたからね
we have two controller players in our top 10 right
い
now.
や
Out
ー
of
す
five
げえ
total participating in this tournament as a controller player, I am proud of that.
てかシャポさん運営さん変態な部分見つけたどういうこと
Every time I mention it, normally this has to be
読まれてなかったけどどういうこと
Yes, they have the advantage of aim assist, but also some of this building and rotating in lobbies this stacked is really, really difficult. And we saw the leader of the eliminations being Worthy, who is not a controller player as well. So Worthy showing some advantage there as well. We talked about that high ping burst coming in today advantage as well. How do you think that's playing into his gameplay? Do you find that? Do you think it's going to be an advantage? advantage, but he's never played LAN before. It's like, which one's more important, ping or LAN security?
Yeah, at the end of the day, sticking to your play style has been working really well for them. We've seen such aggressive plays. Game 3 was a prime example of that. So many different times. It was early on with that Colt fight.
この AO のさ、スマッシュカップ、サマースマッシュカップか。スマースマッシュカップってさ、フォートナイト運営って確か動いてないんでしょ。全部 AO の運営が動かしてるみたいな。
I think there's a great balance there. You know, again, there's a huge advantage being able to play on keyboard and mouse. You have 50 keys plus keys. You have more abilities to map things in the way you want to. You're using your entire arm.
You have your whole arm.
Exactly.
Always on here. You got scroll or reset.
That's the argument right there. But
no one's ever going to win it, but I think we can all agree the inclusiveness is what it's about, though, right? The fact that anyone can play it and then anyone can do well, and that's the thing, right? You pick up the game, you play it on whatever format you enjoy, and I think no matter how away it goes, which one's got the advantage, that's awesome.
That's so true. And not everyone can afford a PC, a high-end gaming PC. So whether you have an Xbox, a PlayStation, a smartphone, or a tablet, you can play Android, you name it. So it's amazing to see the inclusion, the accessibility of Fortnite. I said it during the broadcast there, but really it changed the game. Fortnite changed the game with cross-platform, cross-progression. It doesn't matter who you are, where you play on. You can play with anyone in the world at any single time. How awesome is that?
サマースマッシュカップの5時から配信始めるよ。そうしよう。次の配信5時から。サマースマッシュカップやります。
All of them said no. So this isn't like Australia. This isn't just they've been in Melbourne. They've never left the Northern Hemisphere because that's where a lot of the tournaments happen. So it's crazy.
いやだからフォートナイトやんだよ、サマースマッシュカップ。
Life changing is the only words you could use. I mean, how about book a $3 million in the Fortnite World Cup as a 16-year-old? So many players made careers out of this. Live streamers, entertainers.
不思議な気分だよね。日本ってさ、今やだ。今からやったら飽きるから絶対。だって人来ないもんやったって、だからやだ。みんな見てくんないんだもん。うちの配信見てくれる人少ないから、俺のモチベーション上がんないんだもん。
We got 4 coming from Europe, so Nyrox is really holding it down.
Yeah, definitely. Nyrox is doing really well here. We had that storyline there. NA came out on top in the Solos World Cup. EU came out on top in the team game modes with Nyrox as well. And I mean, he's going to take the crown here. We always talk about who is the best player in the world. Everyone always wants to ask, and you can never definitively say it, but whoever comes out on top today has got a big call for it. This has been the first stack tournament we have since World Cup. If Nyrox can be the winner of the Duo World Cup, the last major LAN, and then come out on top in a Solos event too, it has to blow everything out of the water. He has to be the LAN expert at that.
That's so true. And that was a big question about Nyrox. We all know how good of a duos player he is. How is he going to show up in solos? Well, the Norwegian
is
here alongside Aussie Antics. It's been an absolute pleasure, man. Casting with you for the first time. I'm enjoying it. But we got Ben and Pookie to continue breaking things down here. How are you guys doing?
We're doing pretty well. You guys are killing it down there. That was an amazing game that we just saw. Play-by-play. Love it. Aussie, killing it on stage, man. It's great to have you here. For me, this has been an exciting 3 matches so far. Like 7 matches of Fortnite since yesterday. 3 more remaining. We're only halfway through today. And this is really where it all starts.
不思議な感覚じゃない？日本って冬なのにさ、向こうってさ、夏だからさ、サマースマッシュカップっていうんやで。うちら冬だからさ、ウィンタースマッシュカップなんで。
I mean, it honestly depends on my performance and what I've done so far. You know, a lot of these players, they don't like to
承認できないよ、こっちは。
For a lot of them, it's just going to be like you said, getting a quick bite to eat, kind of just regrouping a little bit. But if you're low on that, you have to rethink your strategy going into the second half of today.
Well, guys and girls, that is halftime here at the AO Summer Smash featuring Fortnite. We are going to go to a break, but when we come back, match number 4, it's going to be huge. Don't go anywhere.
Number 4やる ?30 分後ゲーム4アップネクスト。なるほど。やっぱ休憩タイム入ったってことだよね。じゃあ、フォートナイトやりますか。ならフォートナイトやりますか。まだあるってことは。ちょっと待ってね。今これ作るのめんどくさいんだよね。じゃあ、フォトナを開こうじゃないか。よいしょ。よいしょ。このままそのままでいいかな。メ わあ、白 T にサインもらってるよ。じゃあやっていきますか。フォートナイト。で、音小さめにして、じゃあアリーナ、もうバンバンアリーナからいっちゃうか。よし。あ。よいしょ。あ、そういえばしょうか。はい、なんですか？
とびちゃん、青終わったらアップで来るらしいよ。
え、そうなの？終わっ、何のアップで？何のアップで来るの？おー、インタビューだね。AO。
とびちゃん、でもわからん。
アップデってないやろ。
とりちゃん、はよんフル消してほしい。
何それ？ピーピー。これ新しいエモートって。多分これだよね。なんか喜びながらなんか謎のやつでしょ、これ。じゃあアリーナソロいきますか。何これ？まあいいや。ネットフリックス。ね、ネットフリックスにしか見えないんだけど、それ。いやー、暑いわ。やっぱ AM をまず合わせるとこかでね。間違ってさ、あれ開いちゃうんだよな、俺。エモートキー。あー、待ってー、間違えだー。東大いないっぽいな。いるな、東大いるな。早く考えろ、頭使え。300メートル。 敵いないね。キングが18かな。
ただいま。
ごめんなさーい。よいしょー。
鳥ちゃん、おトレイ行ってた。
あー、マジ？あと25分、6分ぐらいかな。
鳥ちゃん、アイス食いすぎた。
バカ野郎。よくあるやつじゃん。アイス食いすぎてお腹痛くなって。
鳥ちゃん、金曜日から6個ぐらい食った。
食らっちまった。めちゃくちゃ。回復回復回復。やばっ。うわーマジか。今の当てたと思ったんだけどな。感染じゃねえや。金曜日からロックってやばくないそれ。あと21分。懐かしい。トリオのクッキーマンのやつじゃん。
鳥ちゃん、承認。
はいはい。はいはいはいはい。いやー、一周回ってフォートナイトまあ楽しいな。
鳥ちゃん、今帰る。
懐かしいこの曲。これにしよう。あーよし。今日は V の体なしだから。
鳥ちゃん、なんて名前にしようか悩みます。
なんでもいいと思うけどな、俺は。俺、キーボード欲しいんだけど。
鳥ちゃん、太陽って英語でなんて言うの？
3。さすがに英語できない俺でもわかる。太陽は3のはず。でもさ、なんか、
鳥ちゃん、かっこいい。
だっけ、建築さ、俺なんかいろいろさ、調べたんだけどさ、俺がやってるさ、なんだっけ、90度にぐるぐるぐるって回るやつあるじゃん。あれってさ、床階段って置いた方がさ、早いんだってね。ジャンプの最高地点からスタッて落ちるんじゃなくて、トトってなんか上に一瞬上がるから、それでなんか、早く終われるみたいな。 説明がちょっとできないんだけど、ニュアンスで分かって一人的に追っかけてくんなよハゲが。
鳥ちゃん招待だけ送っといた。
いやパーティー入んねえよ。だってもうすぐ始まるもん。なんのシャリシャリシャリ。
何やんの？
だからもう始まるってだから。マッチが大会の。
鳥ちゃんあれか。
今死んだって聞こえたわ。いるな。違う。これ大会の音だ。なんで敵いないのいるんだろうと思ったら大会の音だったわ。大会の音乗っけてみるとさ、わかんなくなるわ。やられた。いや勝手にやられた。なんか聞こえんなと思って。通常で大会の音だったっていう。どっから誰だ。残念でした。どこだ？え？いない。どこだ？奥行ったか？オッケー、じじ。危ねえ、こいつ。マジ。やめろ。よし。あー、よし、回復。紫スカ持ってんじゃん。いいもん持ってんね。青ポンとかも最高じゃん。よし、アンチ移動。やっぱさ、壁とか床とかさ、キーボードでやるのやめた方がいい？これさ、どう思う？あれか、マウスのサイドボタンでやるのやめた方がいいと思う、これ。さすがに変えた方がいいかな。 さてと、アンチ移動だるいな。ボートがない。ボートがナッシング。さあ、あと13分で始まりますね。アップネクスト。7試合あんのかな、言い方的には。さてと、あと48人。資材が足りないね、俺は。レーンが。まあ、スピード的には大丈夫かな。よいしょ。いやー、まずいんじゃない？結構まずいんじゃねこれ。大丈夫か？なんか距離的にまずそうだぞ。いや、もうしょうがない。諦めよう。走ろう。右側の家。いないか。よかった。一瞬マジ真剣モード入るとこだった。あのアイテム欲しい。あのアイテムワンチャン取れる。やば。あ、よかった。危ねえ。よいしょ。はい、回復。よし。これはいい感じでしょう。で、焚き火で回復して、よし。では、もう分かったんだよ、今右側に来るなーって、ボンボンボン。ボンボンボン。ちょっと待って。
無名ちゃん、お腹すいたからたらこパスタ作るよ。
つまそう。今から出かけてくるわ。親に怒られた。怒られたわけじゃないけど。おい、出かけるぞって言われた。ねえ、せっかく見たかったのに。まあ、しょうがないか。ということで、まあ、5時前には多分帰ってくるんで、AO のね、サマースマッシュカップの方はやると思います。すまんな。ということで、お疲れ様でした。さあ、あと第4試合からは、まあ、皆さん各自でいろんな場所で見てください。Twitch の AO のサマースマッシュの方のやつとか、あとは日本のフォートナイト公式の方では日本解説で、まあ、あるので、よかったらそっちを見てみんなで盛り上がってください。では、皆様お疲れ様でした。1時5時ちょっとぐらいまでは、どっか行ってきます。では、おつたっぱでした。バイバーイ。